The Ship of Theseus. Identity through time. Friends, as you may already know, my cosmic model also has revisions and considerations in the fields of metaphysics and philosophy, and in this case, I would like to offer some perspective on this philosophical paradox of the Ship of Theseus, and the study of the identity of bodies or composite elements, for which I understand that one of the foundations should be the consideration of the passage of time, in order to also change the quality and change of identity in them. Theseus himself, with the passage of time and his aging, would change his identity somewhat, and although he would remain the same structural element, over time he would acquire new identifying qualities, or lose some of those he previously had, etc. And his ship as well, as it could be improved, adding new lights, cabins, ornaments, changing aged planks, etc., and although it would also remain the same basic element, its identity as a whole would have changed or improved somewhat. Therefore, the identity of a whole cannot be considered an invariable and immutable concept or definition over time, but rather the opposite. It is subject to a more or less constant evolution, both in its essential physical components and in the resulting essence, and properties. Thus, upon the death of Theseus, the ship may continue to be considered Theseus's ship, but with the passage of time and its acquisition by new owners, this ship would gradually lose its identity as Theseus's ship. If it is also refurbished, modernized, etc., the loss of identity will continue to grow, and it will become less similar to the one Theseus possessed during his lifetime. That is, the identity of a composite element with its own personality can be completed or lost over time. Let me give you an example about myself and my car, Fernando's car. Today I woke up with certain characteristics, qualities, and properties that define my identity, but throughout the day I learned the Pythagorean theorem, and I installed new, high-quality speakers in my car. Then tomorrow my identity will have improved because I am now a person who knows the Pythagorean theorem, and my car will also have changed its identity with a new musical capacity it didn't have before. Well, to express and explain this, we can translate these considerations into simple Cartesian coordinates, with an explanatory curve of the level and quality of the identity of an object or composite body over time. Thus, on the x or abscissa axis, we will mark the time of existence of the body, the joint object we are considering, and on the y-axis, we will mark the level of quality and qualities of the identity of said element. I understand that this scheme encompasses all the changes and variables that the object may undergo, and that identity is a variable and evaluable concept over time. Well, friends, this concludes this brief overview or explanation of my view on the paradox of the Ship of Theseus. Thank you very much for your attention and consideration.